Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the AMA Entertainment TV Network. I'm your host for this evening. I go by the Visual Goat, and today we have a very special guest in the building. Now, I don't know if y'all been sleeping under a rock y'all whole life or not. If y'all have, y'all probably don't know who this guest is. But if you haven't, and you've been around a little bit, maybe watching a little TV, you probably seen her on TV. So, we have the lovely Shelby Z in the building. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Yes, I can't complain. Can't complain. So let's dive into it. Can you let the people know who you are and what you do?
Okay, my name is Shelby Z. I was on season 5 of The Voice on NBC, where I made it to the top 20. I was also on the farewell season of American Idol on Fox, where I also made it to the top 20, and it was such an honor to represent Alabama. I'm a country blues rock artist. It's kind of a weird combination together, but it works really well. I have a couple singles out and some things like that. My latest single is called Love You Anyway. I wrote every song that I have out that wasn't associated with the show. And that's just, I love to write and it's all personal experience. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay, great, great. So let's get into it. So you competed on both The Voice and American Idol, which I don't think there's probably been too many people that's done that. What do you feel like each platform taught you about yourself?
Okay, so going into The Voice, I was real green. I had not really been in the music industry per se. I mean, I'd been around it a lot and had played a bunch of like different venues and stuff like that. But as far as to like explore what I was as an artist, it really kind of I dove into it there. Got to meet a lot of different genres of artists because I'm being from the South, and it's mostly country. It's because the way you sound and your accent, and they're like, "Oh, you're a country singer. You can't do anything else. You sound like a country singer." So that's what I did. And through that, I really got to discover other genres of music that I really enjoyed. And that's when I really dug into those Southern rock roots and things of that nature and really kind of got into some rock and roll and stuff like that. And fast forward a little bit on American Idol, I really kind of knew who I was as an artist because in between I had been playing around with a bunch of other bands like Cooter Brown Band and different people like that, like Dr. Ken Randolph and others of that type of nature, and really just kind of discovered who I was as an artist. And American Idol really helped, I guess, catapult me. I guess that's the word I want to use into where I am now. And it's really kind of shaped me and molded me into what I knew that I wanted to do exactly. And it let me have some freedom because, it's not just like The Voice is a set genre and that's what you are. But on American Idol, it's okay, you need to sing all the genres. Like, so we need to hear everything that you do. And it really opened me up to the more bluesy side of things. And so, because I had that country southern rock, but that's where that blues got added into and that soul and feeling the music. And it really just opened up an entire world to me.
Okay, okay. So do you feel like you had to make any hard adjustments after being on those shows?
Yes, yeah, I really did. As far as like people know who you are. So you always have to be on top of your game. You cannot just be a random person. Like you always have to look and represent when you go out the door. You can't just throw on some sweatpants and your hair in a bun with no makeup and rock on because people know who you are and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, can I take a picture with you?" That happened to me like 4 or 5 times and I was like, "Okay, I'm never doing this again." So you really have to be on your A game and you have to watch your words, watch your actions. I mean, we have social media nowadays and everybody's always constantly watching and they're constantly picking you apart no matter where you're at, what genre you're in, or what even like job title that you have. They're constantly looking at you. So you constantly have to be on top of things and be on top of your game, represent the best that you can. And that's one of the things that really changed with those shows. I mean, along with it actually helping catapult my career, as far as getting better gigs and festivals and fun stuff like that, that you wouldn't really get the opportunity to do. Like it helped me get Rock the South where I got to open for Leonard Skinner. It really helped those types of things. And that part of that aspect of the show, I think, is a really great system that it has.
So you feel like after you were on both of those shows, you kind of like gained more confidence with your
But I've always been okay. I was had 0 confidence whatsoever growing up as a teenager, like none, none whatsoever. My mom and dad decided we're gonna put her in modeling school, give her some confidence. That's what we're gonna do. And I did. I gained a little bit of confidence. I had a modeling teacher that really helped me. And as far as being in front of people, I can sing to millions. I can be on a stage in front of millions, and I am so confident. But you put me in front of like 3 or 4 people, and I get really nervous, and I'm just not a nervous person. But as far as the show helping, really kind of just it gave me a platform to do what I know that I was created to do.
So a couple more questions on it. How would you describe your evolution of your sound since their performances on those shows?
Oh my gosh. Okay. From the first time I walked out on stage and sung Here for the Party by Gretchen Wilson on The Voice to where I am now, I mean, it's completely like even going from that performance to, say, my first performance in front of a judge on American Idol when we had the full band, just daylight and dark difference. My voice has gotten stronger. My whole look and like my brand per se, I can tell has completely grown for the better. Thank God for the better. Because we all start out a little rough around the edges, and I feel like the more I've went, the more polished I have gotten, and it's kind of developed me into what I am today and what I do, and it's really helped me, I guess, just polish what I had.
So, is there any advice that you would give upcoming artists that are trying to get on competitions like The Voice of American Idol?
Yes, be yourself, completely be yourself, and be confident in what you do, and know that that's what you want to do because it's not an easy lifestyle. It's not an easy road to go down. And if you know without a shadow of a doubt that it's something you want to do, I had a very good friend of mine, a very wise woman. I consider her my family. She's a musician. She told me, she said, if you do music, you could go play it in the middle of the street without ever making a dime. And that's what you could do. And you could be happy and joyful doing it. That's what you were created to do. And that's how you know that God created you to do that. And it's just something that's in you that will just bubble out of you. It's not something that can be taught. It's not something that, I mean, you can be taught to sing, but a true God given talent that's inside of you, it will flash out and it will show when you do you. So just be yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else. We've already got a Miranda Lambert. We've already got a Lainey Wilson. We've already got a Jelly Roll. We already got a Gucci Mane. Be yourself, unapologetically yourself. And the world will see you. Now, it may take a while, but the world will see you for yourself and you'll shine.
Like that. Okay, so let's dive into a few questions about the award show.
Okay.
So, I guess I should have started off by saying, I know you said you're from Alabama. What part of Alabama are you from?
I'm from Warrior, Alabama.
Oh, okay, not too far from Birmingham.
Yeah, not too far at all.
Okay, great. So let's see. So as far as the award show, how long overall have you known about the award show? I'll start off there.
Okay. I come into play on the award show, I believe it was 2017, may have been
Okay.
2018, but I think it
Okay.
was 2017 I come into play, and I randomly just come across it on, social media, and I seen it and I thought, okay, because musician, you don't do it for the money because there's really not a lot of money in it to start with,
Yeah.
and you play a lot of free shows. So I was cleaning hotel rooms at this place that also had a music venue in it. So I would clean hotel rooms during the day, play shows at night, and I'd seen it on there on one of my breaks and in between cleaning rooms. And I said, "Okay, that's something I wanna do." So, I remember making the phone call, and I know I sounded crazy because I was like, "Okay, look, can I pay you out in payments for this?" And it was like $400 to perform. And I was like, "Can I pay you out in payments to perform?" And stuff like that. And he was like, "No worries. I will work with you. I tell you what, I'll cut you a deal." And he ended up letting me perform on the pre-show. And it was one of the best things to be able to perform not only a song that you wrote, but a song that you lived because it was Bama Proud's literally the story of my life. So that really made a major impact that he believed enough in me to put me on that platform.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's great. I mean, especially being a newer at the time, you were pretty much a newer artist, right? What do you feel like your career was at that time?
Well, at that time, I felt like I was on a very long road to nowhere that had a lot of potholes in it because, I mean, it was like every time I would be up to go do something, something else would happen, and it was one fail right after the other, and it really just kind of my career was not what I wanted it to be at that time, I can tell you that much.
So okay, you get there, you perform. I'm pretty sure you probably had a great time, a great experience. Can you explain how you felt, how the atmosphere and everything felt your first time going to the award show?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was so excited. I had 2 outfits. Like, I had planned the whole thing. I was so excited about it. It was just a very positive atmosphere where you didn't really feel like competition-wise, and I mean, coming from competition shows, everybody's always out to get everybody kind of thing. But there, it was just a big loving atmosphere where everybody wanted to invest in what you were doing and you wanted to invest in what they were doing and you were just encouraging everybody and everybody just felt like one big family. It was the most amazing thing I'd ever felt.
Yeah, the atmosphere means a lot to me. That means more than anything else because being around.
Oh, it definitely does. Female Country Artist of the Year.
You win
And I also won Breakout Artist of the Year one year. Oh, well,
that's all.
thank you. Oh my gosh. It can literally help give you the connections that you need to go to the next level in your career. It can I mean, is a musician connections, not just like as far as like career connections, but also through like guitarists, drummers, vocalists, collaborators. I mean, there's so many connections that you can make at this one event. And the interviews are amazing. Like when you walk the red carpet, that was my first time walking a red carpet like that. And it really just doing the interviews with all the people, it really helped build what you needed, and it was your building blocks for your next step. Okay, I am on every streaming platform there is. Just look me up at Shelby, Shelbie, and just the letter Z. I'm on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, all the fun things. You can catch me on my social media. I'm on Instagram at Shelby_C. I'm also on Facebook as Shelby Z. And that's pretty much where I am. But thank you so much for having me.